short like your breath. As you woke the same time as I did, on a morning you will never forget was a Tuesday, sometime before 7 a.m. here, and 10 a.m. over there. And you don't know this, nor have the time to care, but we woke up the same second of the same minute, sometime before 7 a.m. to the gasp, the sound of a gasp, clogged by mourning, plagued by shock, heightened by confusion, and the sound was so much louder than the volume of the TV you fell asleep to last night. But the empty room surrounding you in your bed tells you that gasp came from your throat. It knew, before the rest of you, what your eyes would adjust to on the TV screen. You rubbed your eyes like this, like I did, as they caught up to your ears, which could hear reports indicating the smoke rising from the fiery tower was no accident. So you propped yourself up onto your forearms and elbows to have a steadier glimpse, just as your belly took control again and pushed out another cry through your throat and out of your jaw, wide open at the sight of the tower's twin, falling, collapsing, dying before your eyes. Before terrorism slipped from the reporter's mouth, before you had time to catch your breath, fear fell into your stomach. Feeling weak in every joint, you went to the bathroom to at least ease your bladder. You washed your face. Your hands poured water over your head as your eyes looked through dripping water at the mirror. My black hair, you thought. My black hair is so long and wavy, maybe I should have it cut short so I will look less like terrorism, the kind that reporter envisions. Maybe I'll have it cut short like my sleep. I can't remember my dreams from this morning. I'm never up this early in the morning. And you don't know this yet, nor have the time to care. But I was on the other side of the mirror. I was there. You look like my mother, dripping over tumbleweed in a desert of despair. She was there 4 decades before you or I were born, running in a camp as wide as fences could hold 10,000 souls. Never smiling for the authorities' cameras, and no one knew why, not even she at the age of 3. Until she grew to the point when she could finally see exactly where she had been dumped 18 years before, at the age of 2, tripping over tumbleweed. Or maybe you look like me, on the other side of the mirror at the age of 11, putting on too much makeup, trying to forget the remarks about buy American and fuck Japan smashed somewhere in my shoe. About pick a side, girl, you know they deserved it, and you guys are doing it again. And I applied more makeup than my face could handle. As I wondered, where will I be taken if this gets worse? Until I grew to the point when I could drive to the place where my soul had been concentrated, where I could see my reflection in the desert sand and snake holes, where I could maybe recapture 100,000 souls, but the bashing and backlashing sent me an invitation to see the trap from 50 years before that would still be open for my long-lost cousins 50 years later, as the country geared itself to destroy your spiritual homeland. Maybe you don't know this yet. Maybe you don't have the time to care, but maybe you can look in the mirror and see that I'm there.
Days after 9/11, I escaped the TV screen of escalating fear. I walked through my neighborhood and passed lawns bordered by flags of fallen white stars, stripes of red pain and sorrow. As I came upon one plain white house, I saw a middle-aged white man with prepared my friendly stranger smile, only to be met by a grotesque scowl, making a gargoyle statue out of his still body. Suddenly his arms jerked, spraying the water at me. I was far enough away that the droplets didn't physically touch me, but I felt them pour down inside, flooding my lungs with shock. I struggled to breathe, but he did it again. In confusion, I turned to go, only to see the same stars, brighter now against the red of anger, lining the streets like a regiment, watching me